What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and I just want to make a quick video, just my thoughts before I kind of get my work day going. I'm the hardworking man over here, dog. But just my quick thoughts. My thoughts today. I'm so glad Dallas has moved on from Kellen Moore. I'm so glad Dallas Cowboys moved on from Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy in particular. I'm glad that you moved on from Kellen Moore. When Mike McCarthy first came in the building, well, when Kellen Moore first came over, I felt like he was Jason Garrett Part 2. They were bringing him in the situation like Jason Garrett Part 2. I said in 2019 when he first came on board as like to be the OC, that they were prepping this dude to be Jason Garrett Part 2. Like, Garrett was an offensive he was a quarterbacks coach in Miami. Then he became he was just quarterbacks coach. He wasn't even offensive coordinator at Miami. He was a quarterbacks coach. They just loved him, spoon-fed, just everything was handed to him. Come over here to Dallas, instantly become the OC. You already had talent on the team, so you just saw this was like a reincarnation of Jason Garrett, the way they set it up. He was over there with Scott Linehan in Detroit, came over here, was Dak's quarterback coach. Come on, bro. Like, just how they did it was just effed up, in my opinion. Just how they did it. He's your quarterback's coach. How's Kellen Moore your quarterback coach, dog? Y'all were both in camp together. He was the second string. You were the third string. He gets hurt. Dak takes over history. You know what happened after that. But the fact that, and I don't even think that Dak like disrespected Kellen or anything like that. But dog, you was right next to me, bro, as a quarterback. Now all of a sudden you become my quarterback's coach, and all of a sudden you become my OC. It just was bad how it came out and how I just felt like that was a bad combo. They were trying to push this, oh, this is the next great mind, and he's gonna come in like Garrett did, and he's gonna do these great things, and everybody was bamboozled. Except my dog Bouse Cowboys. He's the one that led the charge. But a lot of people were bamboozled by those numbers. And I never hated on Kellen Moore, so I'll be the first to say I wasn't hating Kellen Moore. But his offenses were stale, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just felt stale. You know, even though they were scoring 28, 29 points in a game, it just felt stale. It wasn't, like, creative. It didn't feel creative. It just felt like high calories. This a bunch of, I don't know what it was. It was just a bunch of empty calories. You know, just you scoring a lot of points, but it ain't effective. It ain't scary. You don't put fear in defenses. It didn't feel like that. And you know, when McCarthy came over, I said Kellen Moore was forced on him. They were like, yeah, this is gonna be offensive coordinator, make it work. And I don't feel like he was ever on board. That's why I try to bring in his people. And that dynamic, even though they score points, that dynamic was not working. And now you see, Mike McCarthy was like, okay, few years with this, let's see how I can do it. Because I want this job in Dallas so bad that I'll go ahead and take it because I want this job in Dallas so bad. So, hey, this is what you're going to have to take if you want this job in Dallas, right? That was the sticking point. Because I'm sure, I don't care if anybody tells me, Mike McCarthy was like, oh yeah, Kellen Moore, oh yeah, I'll roll with him. I got him. No, I don't believe that at all. Dallas is 10-3, averaging 32.4 points a game with Mike McCarthy after he jettisoned Kellen Moore. The LA Chargers, 5-8. Chargers averaging 21.7 points a game. And now Justin Herbert got a broke finger. And he was supposed to do all these wonders with Justin Herbert. Oh, no, he wasn't going to do no wonders. He was just going to have another empty calorie offense that's going to get you points, but it ain't going to never win nothing. It ain't ever going to sustain nothing. And Kellen Moore, I'm so glad that this happened where he couldn't be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm so glad. Because in my opinion, he's not a leader of men. In my opinion, people ain't going to be listening to Kellen Moore like that. Just me. I just don't feel like he's a leader of men. And yeah, you might have good offenses, but you ain't a leader of men. And because you ain't a leader of men, you ain't gonna win them games. And you ain't gonna win big games. And you ain't gonna win tough games. And I just feel like I'm just glad you're gone. And I feel like the team needed that. And the team is totally different without Kellen Moore here. It feels like there's purpose. There feels like there's no infighting. Dak and Mike McCarthy are one. Kellen and Dak weren't never in one. I don't care anybody. You can tell they were never one. They never looked like one. Dak looks like he's happy. They're giving hugs this year. You can feel the energy is different. It's like it's me and you. And even Dan Quinn, Mike McCarthy was like, "It's just me and you, dog." And that's why Dan Quinn didn't leave. I felt like because he knew Kellen Moore was leaving, so he said, "I'll stay again if Kellen Moore leave too." You feel me? And I just feel like this team is so much better. A weight has been lifted off this offense and this team. And you can see it. You can see how they're playing. You can see how the command. You can see how Dak is owning it. And I said at the beginning of the year, this defense was going to be ahead of this offense. And I was glad that Schottenheimer was in the building. And that we were going to see this offense. You can go back to my Schottenheimer video. And I said, watching the mid-season, and even on Burgers and Blitzes, I said this offense is going to be cooking mid-season. I said it. I said this defense was going to be ahead of them, but this offense was going to be cooking because I love how they brought Schottenheimer in. And remember, my dog Mike White he was suspect on McCarthy and Schottenheimer. I said, no, I like this. It's going to be good. They righted the ship after San Francisco, but I said it's going to be good, and it is. And now we're seeing the fruits. And the Cowboys are going to get to an NFC Championship year. They're going to break that curse. Another curse that was broken. Like I said, 3 straight 10-win seasons. You broke that curse of back-to-back double-digit win seasons. You broke that curse of winning on the road, and you're going to break that curse because this is the first year Dallas Cowboys going to an NFC Championship. I don't know if they're going to a Super Bowl, but I know they're going to an NFC Championship this year. And Mike McCarthy letting go of Kellen Moore was the best thing that could happen because them Joneses didn't want it to happen. But now they finally saw that, hey, are you going to let me do this or not? Or because if you don't let me do this, we're just going to go in circles and we ain't never going to win nothing. And so now I feel like there's a chance. And once again, I'm glad Kellen Moore is gone. I'm glad Mike McCarthy's in full control because this team is reaping the benefits of it now. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.